That means you turned in 29, so here's your birdie putt at the first, your 10th hole of the day.
Yeah, again, I put in a good spot. It was uphill, right to left, and a putt that I made a couple times, perfect speed there.
All right, here's your second shot at 2. At what point are you starting to think sub 60?
2 holes before that, on 18, it entered my mind in the fairway because I knew I had a good chance to make an eagle or a birdie there. In there.
All right, now your tee shot at 4.
What was that? Yeah, 187 adjusted, I think it was, and it was a 7-iron. Just kind of hold it up against the right to left wind, and same thing, just left it right under the holes. It was a really good shot.
Again, now you had a nice par save here at 8.
This was huge. After it kind of botched up the hole up until then, and it was a tough read. I called Jimmy in, and we just decided it was straight and kind of figured it got there, and it did.
What's your thought process standing over this putt?
Just give it a chance, honestly. It was one of those days where things were going my way, and at that point, you don't want to embarrass yourself. You want to hit a good putt. You want to give it a chance, and I hit it just how I wanted, and it hung on in there. So it was really cool to finish like that.
Frank asked you earlier about the young guns, and here is the scorecard. You drive.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy little pitch in there. It was the greens were a little wet still, so just kind of hit a little skidder in there, 60, and when it landed and started rolling, it looked like it was going to go in.
Jimmy Johnson, your caddy's reaction is just
Now you bogeyed 11, you par 12, here you are at 13.
Yeah, it's a great putt. It was a tough read. It was left edge. It went left first and then came back right at the end, and the main thing was just getting the speed right, so it was nice.
Justin, the proximity to the hole was tremendous. Your iron play was incredible. Here's another birdie putt from relatively close range at 14.
Yeah, exactly, and the main thing out here is just leaving it in the right spot, so on 14, one of you did there.
Now let's go to 16, another little one.
Exactly, and same thing. You know, even though the pin was on the left, I had a gap wedge in my hand where I could leave it in a good spot, and I was just straight up the hill from 8 feet.
17 is tricky when the wind is blowing. This morning it was not. Here you are on the tee.
Yeah, I would think it was 187, and it was a little down off the left enough to, it was probably playing about 173, 175 yards, and just a perfect, comfortable 8-iron. And that was one that, having that club in my hand and knowing it was the right yardage, I could be aggressive. And just outside the left edge, an easy putt here, and just really started on line more than anything.
18 is one of the 2 par 5. You really have to take advantage of that par 5, don't you? And you do right here.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see my tee shot. I really couldn't hit it much better. I mean, I hit just a huge high sky hook and had an 8-iron in there. It wasn't a great shot by any means, but I just did what I needed to do, get in the middle of the green.
Just sort of get back, and as we watch the young player, it's the bit between the ears that's been so impressive. He really is starting to learn. Last week, you know, obviously winning there, making a few mistakes on Sunday, but that ability to bounce back. And I also think the pairing today.
That is live, by the way. Frank, didn't mean to interrupt you, but we almost had a hole-in-one from Justin Thomas.
An amazing shot, and I think the fact that he's playing with 2 other players from that class of 2000
was spectacular. 7th in the field yesterday. Guess who was number 1?
You tell me.
No, you know who it is. Jordan Spieth, the guy who was playing alongside him, and he beat him by 6 shots. So here he is once again with the irons, almost making a hole-in-one with that one at 7.
Yeah, we'll get to watch his swing, obviously, during the course of the day, and you're going to notice some similarities between the great Jack Nicklaus. I mean, he's very much a picker of the golf ball. And I'm sure if Jack Nicklaus had TrackMan or a launch monitor in his days, you'd actually see some similar properties that you see with Justin Thomas. Both high ball hitters, and they both hit the ball in an enormously long way.
Don't be fooled by those.
Now Justin Thomas.
He and his caddy didn't agree on the line, and his caddy was right. Thomas had it breaking a little right. That was almost dead straight.
Yep, second hardest hole on the golf course today, and that is a rare birdie. Well done.
2-shot turnaround from yesterday when he actually made a bogey on his way to 59 at 11.
What's he got, Jerry?
69 to the hole, just a little pitch shot, basically. Good looking one.
Oh man, boy, that is a great pitch shot right there with spin in there close again. Justin Thomas is already at 15 under par, looking for more here at the 14th hole.
Back at 15 with Justin Thomas just off the green.
From off the fringe, a little bit of movement right on this one. He was not happy by missing the green and yanking that wedge left.
Is he happy now?
No, right now, Steve, pressure's coming from within.
For Justin Thomas. Take a look at this from yesterday, and we talked about the kind of firepower, the kind of horsepower he has, Frank. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, to have the equivalent of 10 birdies or better. Yesterday was 8 birdies and 2 eagles. Do that 4 times. That's why he shot so many low numbers. Can he do it one more time?
For a PGA Tour record. Yep. 64 today after that 59 yesterday. That's a new PGA Tour record for a low opening 36-hole score. 123 is the mark, and it's held by Justin Thomas. That is just some magnificent golf from Justin. A little bit more scratchy today than it was yesterday. And that lead climbs. He is now at 17 under par at the halfway point of this Sony Open in Hawaii.
Yeah, that's very important too. That little
Lie just off the side of just off the lip of the bunker.
common Bermuda's nasty, isn't it? The ball just falls to the bottom.
Yeah, it's sitting well down, side hill, uphill lie as well. This is just a gouge and run from 133. And that's going to have to do some serious running. That's the type of shot, Frank, where you just hope you really don't hurt yourself.
I think she did pretty well out of that.
Yeah.
Did he hit?
Not really a tough shot. Green slopes toward him. Pretty good lie. A little bit tight lie.
Yeah, this is what's impressive about him. He's missed birdie.
Back to Justin Thomas for par.
Speaking of pars, 6 straight now for Justin.
To sort of get back, and as we watch the young player, it's the bit between the ears that's been so impressive. He really is starting to learn. Last week, you know, obviously winning there, making a few mistakes on Sunday, but that ability to bounce back. And I also think the pairing today.
That is live, by the way. Frank, didn't mean to interrupt you, but we almost had a hole in one from Justin Thomas.
An amazing shot, and I think the fact that he's playing with 2 other players from that class.
Place. Take a look at the second here for Thomas, Frank.
Yeah, you've got to take as long a swing as you can. Even a little bit of a cup in the left wrist to increase the loft. It's the main thing there. We talked about that club face pointing upwards. Flips it on the other side as well. You've got to be increasing the loft for the flush shot, almost allowing that head to pass. Another look at it.
You can see how he maintains the loft too on that club. That's what's important.
Justin Thomas. That close to an eagle.
Well, if you ask Justin right now, he'd probably say only hit 2 good shots on this hole. That's the drive and that putt. Still going to make a birdie.
8 consecutive pars to begin this 3rd round.
But I think this is the best putt he's hit through the first 9. Hand signals, traffic signs, still didn't go in.
There you go. Justin Thomas makes birdie for the first time today. And he is now at 18 under par. See if he can get a little momentum, as Frank alluded to. 5-shot lead, and he's grouped.
What's Justin Thomas looking at, Jerry?
94 yards. I believe it was 72 yards yesterday, the hole. 94 today. He walked all the way up to the green, I believe, just to kind of get a feel for the texture short of the green, because I don't think he's trying to land this on the green. Just short of the front edge. Let it bounce up, although that was clipped nicely.
He flew it further probably than he wanted, but it worked out because he was able to spin it.
That you could even hear the sound of it and tell it was spinning like that. That was unexpected.
He has a perfect lie here and plenty going to work with. I would say this is going to be at least inside 3 or 4 feet.
Come out low, scooting.
Yeah, pretty ordinary.
Got away with it.
Going to be another tester, however.
He's only had 1 round over par in this new season. It was his very, very first round at Safeway.
Another test.
Yeah, he'll continue with that little ridge on that right-hand side. It will have some movement from right to left. But you must keep the pace up.
He's used to having this distance for birdie, not par this week.
Really good.
between the back of the ball and the club face when he makes contact. Catches it pretty solid there, flights it down a bit.
Yeah, not too bad, but above the hole, so it'll be a little quick coming down there. What do you think, Frank? What's your assessment so far of Justin Thomas?
Well, you've ordered the big number. Par here, birdie at 9, not a problem.
Downhill. Saw earlier it should break right at the end. Just about that much. There you go. First birdie of the day for Justin Thomas. Back to 22 under par where he started the day.
Can I change what I was saying before, Kurt? Birdie here and a birdie at 9. And then it's a nice putt to have for a right-hander too, Billy Ray. Just feint a little left as it slows down.
Yeah, just a bit to the left. This slope of the green is from back to front, so I contour the green. We'll move it to the left at the end.
You won't get there.
Should make birdie, however, which, as you talked about, Frank, about 20 minutes ago when he was on 8, go par birdie and make the turn and you're completely in control of things. Looks like he's going to go birdie.
Yeah, hopefully get it out in 34.
Make it a 6-shot lead as he makes the turn. So he loses 1 shot as far as that 7-shot lead overnight, but he's still in full control.
Just play smart. I don't think you have to attack flag sticks that are tucked like this one on 11. There's plenty of room. See that curvy pine or a palm tree just left of it?
Yeah.
That's probably going to be his target, something like that. And you sort of eliminate the big miss to the right. Let's see if I'm right. Knowing him, he'll probably go right at it. Set up left.
7-iron.
Carving it right in there. That's really good, and it's the better side of the hole to be on. It leaves an uphill putt and actually a very makeable putt.
He's not quite ready to hand it over to the defense.
Position, in my opinion, right of the hole, back uphill, turning from right to left, very makeable.
Boom.
Walks it right in.
And I'll tell you what, kind of a slow start to the day, but he is making a statement right now. 3 birdies in his last 4 holes. Those guys that thought they had a chance, they might be thinking about that again right now. Projected standings, if it were to end right now, Justin Thomas would take over
and seeing if he gets out of his rhythm, out of his game plan, if he can just walk faster or slower. This guy is spot on right now. He is not wavering anything from his routine.
In the hole. There, JT. There you go, JT.
And not getting ahead of himself. Smart play off the tee here. The beautiful iron shot here.
Man.
Just keeps coming at you.
Now we thought perhaps maybe after making the turn and having that 5-shot lead that he would take his foot off the pedal. Nope, not yet. Justin Thomas continues. For the week, Justin Thomas is 14 under par. As you look at his mom and dad watching on 14 under par on this back 9. They get 15 under par. Amazing for Justin Thomas. And keep this in mind, he's 3 under par today with a 66, which is only 4 under par. He will tie the PGA Tour 72-hole score.
Justin Thomas on the way.
Yeah, some speed in that swing there, trying to help that one up and over that lip.
And that will miss right, short and right. Not the easiest spot. He didn't like it, he knew that. There's a look at what Justin Thomas is facing, Billy Ray.
Well, it sits on the upslope, and that helps him to get the ball up. The lip of the bunker is not going to cause an issue. Now, the issue is flying it all the way back there. And this green pitches hard from back to front, so he's going to have to fly this one all the way back there.
Are you kidding me?
Man.
Young man's got all the shots.
Every shot.
Yeah, last week he was the best, easily the best, from 200 to 225 yards into those big greens at the Plantation course. And this week his short game has been phenomenal. Look at how close this comes to going in.
How does that miss?
Got a lot of the hole.
He's got to.
Guys, just stand still. You're good.
Curdy's got a clear path all the way to the hole, but this lie sitting down in some of that older Bermuda, and it has a chance to jump, and I expect this out just to the right.
Oh, came out dead. Go, go,
He said it came out dead. No. How about that? When it's going your way, it's going your way.
No question about it. He thought it might end up in the bunker. It just carries, and now it's close enough to make another birdie. No problem. Tack another one on.
I think we've said that enough this week. Thomas, short birdie putt again.
And we said it last week a bunch too. Impressive play. Wow. Frank, there just doesn't seem to be.
15. Here's Justin Thomas. This is an important one for the record books. Oh, man.
This hole is the size of a bucket.
Wow, when it's your week. When it's your 2 weeks, it's your 2 weeks.
The ball came to rest, and that's a Bermuda grass. It's very dry. And of course, he's judged it nice again.
Looking for another record. If he goes par birdie, he'll have it. Now our leader for par at 17. And no issue there. So one more hole to get the record, Steve.
If he gets a birdie at the par 5 18th, Kurt, he will have the lowest 72-hole scoring mark in the history of the PGA Tour.
The way he's going, he's liable to bomb it down there and make eagle.
I think he's going to take.
Lined up to do the same thing again. Yeah, this, believe it or not, could be good. Over everything.
Oh, man. Yesterday he was in the left rough at 10. Now he's in the left rough at 18. He absolutely smashed that golf ball.
Everyone here is fine. It's just up there.
Up there.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're good. You can see it. 170, 163 front, 170 home.
Something landing around that front edge.
And this is a 9-iron, so.
Nice.
They say nice. It's better than that. It's in the middle of the green. 2 putts. History.
The 72-hole scoring record on the PGA Tour is at stake. Come on back with us and see if Justin Thomas can add his name into another part of the record book. One more time as Justin Thomas takes a look at this eagle putt. 2 putts, and he will have the 72-hole scoring record all to himself on the PGA Tour. There are the numbers, 26 under par, and there are the proud parents. Mike has spent his entire life in this sport, and now he's getting to watch his son.
When he's got this plate just outside the hole of the right, it will turn left as it works back down the hill. Plenty of room out to the right. Now it starts picking up speed, turning left.
Oh. Well, he was trying to further that record even more. Tremendous speed with that eagle try. And he will mark. Justin Thomas completes the Aloha double. After winning at Kapalua, he's backed it up here at Waialae at the Sony Open in Hawaii. Justin's week started with a 59. It ends with a new PGA Tour 72-hole scoring record of 253.
Gucci?
Thanks a lot. Fantastic. Unbelievable.
Thanks, Dad.
Well done, you too.
What a moment for the Thomas family.